Hello guys, we have just received brand new drip marketing for the next character coming to Wuthering Waves, Aemeath. Now this is a big surprise to me because I didn't think we'd be getting her until after all those characters that were drip marketed earlier were released. I'm not complaining though, because out of all the characters that we've seen so far, she is by far my most anticipated and the one that I'm most interested in. Now even though this is the first official drip marketing and reveal of Aemeath, we have seen her before as part of the teasers for 3.0. If you guys recall, in the WoW version 3.0 cinematic short, we meet Aemeath when Rover first arrives at Startorch Academy, where seemingly nobody else can see her except Rover. We also see her again when we first step into the portal to Lahairoi, when they're momentarily trapped in an interdimensional rift and first come face to face with the new Frenodian. Now this makes so much sense when we read the official description for Aemeath in a drip marketing. So here it says, post-lament Anthropocene stars intertwined. Quote, I hope to make you proud, I hope I haven't let you down. Archive, Aemeath, once a synchronist at Startorch Academy, is now a digital ghost visible to none. She has a bubbly personality and a wide range of interests. She enjoys campus life and wants to share her joy with others. So based on this, she was once a student at Startorch Academy, but obviously something happened where she now only exists in a digital form, and no one can see her except for Rover apparently. But anyway, let's talk about the splash art, which looks amazing as per usual. We have Aemeath in the center and she seems to be held by some sort of mecha. Now I love Aemeath's design, I love her bright pink hair and her outfit, and obviously the glitchy particles in her hair. I think that looks really cool and can't wait to see what that looks like in game. But what really catches my eye here is the design of the mecha. It looks like some sort of Robo, Girl Boss, Gundam looking thing, and I just know the animations are going to be insane. She also has the same heart-shaped chest piece that Aemeath has herself, and I think that's really interesting. Another detail I'm really curious about is that her tacet mark is actually on her chest piece, but on Aemeath herself she only has 5 stars, whereas the mecha has a 6-star tacet mark. This indicates that her mecha form is a Sentinel Resonator, but remember there is no Sentinel in Lahairoi, only the Exostrider. So maybe Aemeath is the artificial resonator of the Exostrider, which is the equivalent of the Sentinel for this region. This also makes sense because when we first saw Aemeath, the whole community was basically going crazy about her and saying that she was going to be the next Cardathea equivalent, and the hype surrounding her matches the fact that she's probably the next Jinsei or Cardathea level character. Although I will say that I'm surprised she's coming so soon, because I really thought she'd be coming around the time of the anniversary as the anniversary unit. Now in terms of her actual gameplay and role, I'm going to assume that similar to past characters, she's going to have some sort of dual form where she enters into the mecha as part of her liberation, and outside of that she plays as normal Aemeath. Now I don't know if this has anything to do with her actual gameplay, but it probably does, judging on past cutscenes and animations for other characters. But when Rover first gets trapped after entering the portal to Lahairoi, Aemeath actually comes and saves them, and we see here a pink explosion sort of attack that summons a black hole. I think this is so flashy and cool, and I really hope that it's part of her kit. We can also see 2 drones by her side as she flies away, and I'm going to assume this is how she does her attacks in her normal form. I'm also going to assume that she's going to be a main DPS, since we are kind of overdue for one, and we just got Chisa, Lene, and soon Mornier, who all fulfill supporting roles. And if she is, she's probably going to fit into either the Toon Break or the negative status archetype. I'm going to be really surprised if she doesn't synergize well with Lene and Mornier, since we just got those characters and they don't have a main DPS to go with that team. Speaking of which, if Lene does end up being her best in slot sub DPS, then she probably does a lot of liberation damage, because that's what Lene's outro buffs. On the other hand, if Aemeath does turn out to be a negative status DPS, that would also be really cool, because we got Chisa not too long ago, and unfortunately she only works in one team, being Chakona and Cardathea, and it'll be nice for her to finally get another DPS that she can buff, just to give her a bit more meta value. Anyway, I am so excited for Aemeath, and I cannot wait to see what Kuro has been cooking for both her story as well as her gameplay. I hope you guys are hyped as well, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below, or if there are any details that I missed that you want to talk about. Happy New Year, and I'll catch you in the next one.